guys, welcome back. Today we have another exciting, informative adventure. Yay! We're going to be changing a tire today. You guys are going to learn how to do that. Now, procedure's pretty much the same on any vehicle. You just have to check the torque, which is how tight the lug nuts are, to make sure you don't warp the rotor or destroy the wheel or something. But this is a 96 Jeep, so the first order of business is we're going to be changing this tire back here. So when this thing is put in park and the emergency brake is turned on, the emergency braking is happening at the rear wheels. So if I elevate the rear wheels off the ground, then the vehicle, due to it being on a hill, is going to want to roll forward. So first order of business is to chock the wheels. So I've had this exhaust manifold as a wheel chock for probably 10 years. It works pretty good. And on the other side, we are going to use a piece of concrete. Yes, I know it's imperfect, but that's just how it is, as long as it keeps them from rolling. But not only are we going to be changing the tire, we are going to be upgrading the wheels and tires to these. If you guys have been following along to my suspension lift project and general upgrade of the Jeep, you will know that this thing needs tires that are decent for the dirt in order to go in the dirt. So process is the same whether you're swapping different wheels on or putting the same ones on. So we'll go ahead and go from there. Now, what'll happen is if I try to loosen these nuts while the wheel is in the air, the wheel might be inclined to spin. Not necessarily on the back because the e-brake's on and it's in park, but say it's on the front wheel, it'll just want to spin and there's really no way to hold the tire. So the best way to start is to break them loose while it's sitting on the ground. Don't take them off, just break them loose. So this is a 19 millimeter socket. These are 19, so we'll just basically break them loose. Like I said, don't take it way loose. Just a little bit, so. Okay, these are loose, so we'll take this off. Now we have to jack it up. Now, when you get under here, you could use this right here. This is part of the unibody. It's going to be really strong. Or if it was in the front, you can use the axle. Pretty much anything besides the pinch weld here, because it'll fold under and destroy the body. Plus it looks like crap, so we're going to use the rear axle. So we're going to get our jack. And put it under here. Now, if you're going to be working on the car for a while, best idea is to put a jack stand under whatever you're working on. So I'm going to go in the garage and get the big jack stand and I'll be right back. Okay, now I'm putting the jack stand under here, but what it's going to ensure is that if the jack popped off the axle, that it doesn't fall over and hit me. This will stop it. So they're not that expensive. You can get them at AutoZone, Harbor Freight, wherever you want, but really cheap insurance to make sure that you don't have a car falling on you. Now, as you can see, I'm jacking up one end of the axle, but the other side's trying to come up too. So, gotta be careful with that because, like I said, the emergency brake is holding the rear tires, not to the front. Hence the wheel chock, so just do it real slow. Okay, now lock the jack. Now I'm gonna go get the tire. These look much better. Gonna put the center cap on it. Take these the rest of the way off. Like I said, I'm created this channel to teach people how to do this. Even the simplest of tasks like this is great to know for anybody, so I'll teach the basics and the complicated stuff, so everybody has a chance to learn. So put that aside and get this guy much better. These are 33, so significantly increase the diameter of what was on here. Now these are gonna be quite a bit heavier, but let's find it. Where is it? Oh. Okay, now these rims use the lug nut to center them. As you can see, it's tapered right here, so it'll actually center the wheel on the hub. So these are a little more delicate when you tighten them. So what you got to do is do a couple. So snug this one, as you can see, it's not centered right there. So start this one. Then I'm gonna get it tight, or not tight, snug. Then I'm gonna shake it a little bit, let the centering portion do its work. Same with down here. Now you can see it's more centered now than it was. Still needs a little bit, but with 5 of them on here, it should be good. I'm gonna get 2 more. And get this. Now I'm using a anodized socket because these are black anodized lug nuts. And if you use a chrome one, it can take the paint off. I mean, it's not a super big deal, but I mean, it is for me. That went all black, so. Now when you tighten these, you want to go in a star, because what happens is if you tighten one side first, it can actually warp the wheel. So just go a little bit at a time. Now because these are new wheels and the paint's new, we're gonna have to torque them a couple times, you know, maybe drive around the block, torque them, drive, you know, 20 miles, torque them, but the initial torque's very important. So these ones call for 100, so we're gonna go to 100, but like I said, it's quite difficult to do when it's not on the ground. So we will drop it. Okay, that's preliminary, so you can get the jack stand out. Actually, I'll leave it like this for the other side. Now, if you're using the jack that comes with your car, it might be a small bottle jack or a scissor jack. That guy right there is a bottle jack, essentially. Bottle jacks are hydraulic. That one's the one that came with an F-150, so you just spin it and it'll come up, but these kind can hold a lot more and they're a lot better for aftermarket use. So what we'll do is lower this down slowly. Now that there's a little bit of weight on it, go ahead and torque it using the torque wrench. Now, if you don't have a torque wrench, or you know, you want someone else to do it, at most tire stores, if you buy wheels and tires from them, they'll put the wheels on for you. Or if you're not sure, you can even, you know, get it to where you feel it's tight, and then drive it over there and have them check it. But you want to make sure that it's real close to begin with, because you don't want your wheels falling off on the way over there. So torque wrenches aren't that expensive. You can rent them from AutoZone and Pet Boys and all the other auto parts stores. So really good idea to do that if you don't have one, or just if you're going to be taking all out automotive projects, go ahead and buy one. It will serve you for years to come. So on this, slow and steady wins the race. When it clicks, that tells you that it's tight. It's where you set it to. So in this case, it's clicking at 100. So it's as tight as it needs to be according to the specs. So make sure they all click. Like I said, after you drive around a little bit, check it again and you'll be good. So that's nice and tight. Let's take the jack out and you can see the Jeep is tilting. What a difference. This thing's gonna look a lot better with them on. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the other ones and I'll come back and show you what it looks like when it's done. All right, well, finished product looks really good. I'm really happy with this. Sitting on 33s will give me enough clearance to go out and have some fun. Y'all can follow along. So anyway, wanted to show you finished product, how it sits now. So got a bunch more to do to it, but this is where we stand now. If you like the project so far, subscribe, leave me comments, whatever. I'd love to hear from you guys. Thanks.